This is the Pontiac Game of the Week, presented by Warrior. It's a prep school showdown. Out of the state of Connecticut comes Salisbury Prep with a record of 2-0. They have made their way to Pawling, New York to take on the Trinity-Pawling School on the Pontiac Game of the Week. It's a look at the Knights of Salisbury Prep, one of the nation's top lax prep schools. And down the stairs comes the home team, the Pride from Trinity-Pawling. Oh, what a campus here at the Trinity-Pawling School. It doesn't get more beautiful than this. Well, good to see everybody. Jimmy Cavallo along with the former defender from Notre Dame, Eamon McEnany. And let's face it, when the folks at Pontiac and Warrior got together, they said, let's do a game of the week and let's showcase some of the great talent around the tri-state. That's just what we have today.
Jimmy, absolutely right. I know some of you tough guys around the tri-state are saying to yourself, prep school, what are they going to do, playing penny loafers? Hey, we're going to have some high-caliber lacrosse today. A little history lesson. Back in '99, Virginia won the national championship. 12 Cavaliers on that roster were products of this Western New England Prep School League. So we are going to see some high-quality lacrosse today.
Let's talk about some of the great players in this game today. The attack position for Trinity-Pawling is in good standing for years to come. The junior, Mike Teeter, he's a scoring machine.
Jimmy, he may be the smallest player we will see this year on the Pontiac Lacrosse Game of the Week, but boy, does he deliver big time for Trinity-Pawling. 26 goals as a sophomore. Schools such as St. John's, Towson, and Canisius are interested in the little fella, but he is little, but he packs a heck of a lefty shot.
48 minutes of high-powered prep school lacrosse right here on the Pontiac Lax Game of the Week. What a campus here at Trinity-Pawling, the rolling hills of upstate New York. We are set to go on the Pontiac Game of the Week right here on MSG. So Trinity-Pawling now, see if they can cash in on this one. Here's Burke now, cross court to Andrea, shoots, and he scores! Chris Andrea! She's been strolling the campus of Trinity-Pawling School all day. We check in with Maggie Gray.
Thanks, Jimmy. Well, some lacrosse history here at the Trinity-Pawling School. This statue may look familiar to a lot of people. It's the exact same statue that stands outside the Lacrosse Hall of Fame in Baltimore, Maryland. Judd Hartman was a 1966 graduate of Trinity-Pawling. He cast this statue out of bronze and entered it into an art contest. Well, needless to say, it won, and now a 16-foot version of this statue stands outside of the Hall of Fame.
We're at the Trinity-Pawling School, a celebration year, the centennial 100 years.
I'm here with Art Smith, the headmaster here at the Trinity-Pawling School, and you guys just on the verge of your 100th centennial anniversary. You've been here for 32 of those years. How have you seen this campus blossom through your tenure?
You make me sound a little bit old to be here at 32 years, but yes, Gay and I have been at the school for 32 years. The school has grown, lots of new buildings. It's easy to talk about the buildings, but it's much more fun to talk about the boys and how they grow. We look for boys with potential to become stars. Boys growing up through the middle school years sometimes stumble along and do okay, but not well enough. And with some personal attention and a little bit of kick sometimes in the tail, they can do a lot better.
You've told me that what you guys stress here at Trinity-Pawling is effort. How do you implement that with your boys here?
We talk about effort. We tell them what they need to do. We show them how to do it. And most importantly, what we do that some places might not is we check up on them. And the boys learn that if they try hard, they will find success.
Teeter trying to penetrate, swoops inside, roll dodge on the inside of the goal. Mike Teeter, that was big time by the junior.
Well, we know that lacrosse is very popular here at Trinity-Pawling, but also the arts now have come into the forefront. Why was it a priority for you to get the arts more developed here at Trinity-Pawling?
A boy has three sides of his intellectual capacity. Obviously what goes on in the classroom building. They love sports and the competition, but they also love to do things with their hands, drawing and theater and singing and so forth. 40 years ago, we had no art courses in the school, yet we produced artists. Imagine what we can do today when we have over half the student body in the art center every single day doing something. It's great.
Well, we're going to get a chance to go inside and take a look at that art center. You're going to give us a little tour, do you mind?
Be happy to.
Inside the Gardner Art Center now, beautiful facility. With the new emphasis on the arts, has it changed the type of student that comes to Trinity-Pawling?
Absolutely. What is great for me is to be in this theater of 401 seats, and this is the old basketball court. This building is itself 98 years old. But to see boys who come here for academic reasons, or they excel in football, and then they come on stage and sing. That's a very powerful message when a football player is carrying on in song, and being an all-boys school, they're not as embarrassed as they might be if girls were watching.
Well, it's great, getting kids involved in the arts. Now we're going to see what goes on in the classroom. The next stop on our tour here in front of the Science and Technology Center at Trinity-Pawling, and this building just another one of the buildings involved in the $25 million worth of renovations you've had here on campus. But with a building this nice, do the kids actually like coming and learning about science now?
Absolutely. Of course, it's a little biased because the headmaster taught chemistry, so I love science, so I expect every boy to love science. But with 11 new classrooms and laboratories and computer rooms, it makes the classroom building probably about 40% larger. Every teacher has their own classroom, which makes a lot of sense in trying to instill a home base for each student and each teacher. We have about 95% of the students taking science, and we're trying to teach them about the green world that we need to live in. My generation has not done a good job about taking care of the world, but our students need to do that in the future.
It's a good thing to know that someone's thinking ahead in the environment. Our next stop is going to be at the hockey rink. We'll see you there. Well, still looks just a little bit like a construction site, but we're here in front of what's soon to be the brand new hockey rink. And we know that lacrosse is one of the up-and-coming sports, but hockey has been an established sport in the Founders League for a while. When did you decide to put up the new rink?
Well, we had no choice. In January of this year, we finally decided that the old rink, built in 1962, was on its last leg. And in order to provide a hockey program for about 25% of the boys who absolutely love the sport, we had to build a new rink. Interestingly enough, this rink is rumored to have come from Madison Square Garden many years ago. The other interesting fact is Dave Terrell, for whom that rink is named after, wrote the NCAA rulebook back in the 1950s. Hockey's been a big tradition in the Founders League as we play schools like Hotchkiss and Taft and Choate and Kent and Loomis and Avon, keeping up a great sport for all these years.
He's become the star of the game for Salisbury.
McDonald looking for a man in front. Oh, shot! Put that one on the highlight reel. Ryan Haynes, spectacular.
We're here in front of the bridge, the last stop on our tour, linking both sides of the campus across Route 22 here in Pawling. And when your alumni come back and they see the campus and they walk the grounds again as adults, what's the one thing that they come back and tell you how much they enjoyed about Trinity-Pawling?
Well, the facilities are great. Their friends they make, the other boys, are wonderful. But the most important part are the teachers. And the interesting part is 25 years later, the teachers may have moved on. There are only a few of us who have been around for 30 years. But they remember what the teachers say. And I'm constantly reminded by the students of things that I said to them that I forget, but they remember. And it's the impact of the teachers. That's the most important part.
Well, Mr. Arch Smith, the headmaster here at Trinity-Pawling, thank you so much for this great tour.
Maggie, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, that's what it's all about, a stroll around the Trinity-Pawling School celebrating their 100th year steep in the tradition of prep school education.